Cable Bahamas has been and continues to be a positive shot in the arm for our summer camps. We look forward to it. Without Cable Bahamas, I don't know if we will succeed, because we look forward to the funding and we are very appreciative, particularly the Cable Cares program. We are very appreciative to what they do.
We thank the Cable Cares Foundation, which would have given into this program, and it's going to pay dividends in the long run because each one of these children are affected.
Well, Cable Bahamas Foundation has helped us in a huge way. We are out there looking for all kinds of help, and I am so happy that the Cable Foundation didn't decline us based on the economy and what is going on today.
So they've been with us for a long time, and we look for them to be with us for many years to come.
Bids being sought to have 2 F&M MPs removed from Parliament. Will the Prime Minister seek another term in office? Police shoot and kill their 5th suspect in just over a week. Plus, one Bahamian catches the attention of Hollywood with his artwork. We've got those stories and more coming up tonight. I'm Kyle Joaquin, and NV12 starts right now. Welcome once again to NV12. State Minister for Legal Affairs Damian Gomez says he intends to seek leave from a judge this week to file election court petitions to declare the seats held by Killarney MP Dr. Hubert Minnis and Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner vacant. This after Gomez said the pair is in violation of the Constitution in respect to conflicts of interest. However, one of the government's own Tall Pines MP Leslie Miller says the entire thing is a waste of time and that there are bigger issues facing the government.
This has to do with them. Now, if they wish to speak about other people, they need to get their house in order first.
Gomez says before Minnis or Butler Turner can chastise Attorney General Alison Maynard Gibson for what they've called her conflict of interest in Bahamar negotiations, they must first deal with their own. Both MPs have called out the AG after she admitted her husband and 2 daughters have an interest in Bahamar. Minnis has been embroiled in renewed conflict claims over the past 2 weeks surrounding his company's decision to continue renting space to the Public Hospitals Authority even while he served as health minister. While earlier this year, Butler Turner was forced to deny claims that she benefited from a government contract as part owner of a company which rented premises to serve as the VAT collection headquarters. Both have denied any wrongdoing. But Gomez pointed to Article 49 of the Constitution that requires MPs who have an interest in a government contract to get the approval of the House of Assembly by a resolution for that purpose. If they don't, he says the election court has the right to declare their seats vacant.
This is about the requirement of the Constitution that any member of the House of Assembly, or the Senate for that matter, who has an interest in a government contract, that they disclose it to the public. And this is something that is known.
The ordeal has gotten quite heated, with Minnis calling on the AG to resign, and 1 week later, the PLP chairman's call for Minnis to resign. And now Gomez wants to have both F&M MPs gone. But one person who doesn't seem to agree with Gomez on this one is Tall Pines MP Leslie Miller. Despite being a member of the PLP's team, Miller defended the opposition leader, saying Minnis is his friend and a decent and upstanding man.
What crime did he commit that he has to be vacated seat? The law says if you commit a crime, you cannot be a member of parliament if you're found guilty. Did he commit a crime? Did he kill somebody? Did he thief something? What's the problem? We got to stop this pettiness in this country, man. Move to the next level.
Miller once had to request permission from Parliament for the government to rent one of his buildings. He said he doesn't see the big issue with government renting buildings from sitting MPs.
I don't have time for foolishness. I want to see some jobs created in this country. I want to see Bahamar open, that Bahamians can have an opportunity to gather their future together, that they can have an input to feed their family, to send their kids to school, to pay their rent, to make their car payments, and to have food on the table. That's my concern. I'm not concerned with these trivialities, man. Life is too short for that.
He said he's disgusted that people are making a big deal of this matter when there are much bigger things the country, he said, should be concerned with.
It is a waste of time and effort. Let's create jobs for the Bahamian people. Let's help these mothers who are going to be raising eternal hell, whose light's going to be off. because they can't pay the light bill and take the children to school to pay that to get their uniforms this weekend. That's what I'm concerned about. Not with foolishness, man.
Meantime, Butler Turner is threatening to take legal action against Gomez. Simone Davis has that.
Butler Turner questioned whether Gomez has lost his senses while declaring that she's never had any interest in a company that rented space to the VAT department.
Has he lost his senses? I am not a partner in anything. Let's say I did have an interest, which I don't. To the best of my knowledge, the Central Revenue Agency has just gone into a contract with Milo B. Butler and Sons on that. So what I would have declared in any event, even if I did have an interest. And you would figure that he understands the importance of being judicious before one utters such nonsense.
Butler Turner was speaking during an interview with Guardian Radio News Monday morning. The Long Island MP also claimed Gomez has no proof to support the allegations made against her.
And then on top of that, there is no basis for what he is saying. The only thing I can conclude is that they are either punch drunk with power, or they have all gone stark, raving mad.
The Long Island MP said the government is simply seeking to deflect attention away from the Attorney General's alleged conflict of interest involving Baha-Mar, and she noted it could prompt her to take legal action on her own. In a brief statement sent out this morning, the Long Island MP said the false and defamatory statement by Damian Gomez, Minister of State and Queen's Counsel, concerning any shares I allegedly have in a company which has a contract with the government are absolutely false, and I have instructed my attorney to begin legal action against Minister Gomez for defamation of character.
Maybe then I can sue him. Maybe then I can really have some money to have some interest in something. No, I mean, seriously, because he has to be representing the government, I imagine. He is the Assistant Attorney General. And if this is the level of incompetence that we're seeing displayed by him, then maybe the Bahamian people need to question whether or not this entire government needs to resign, because this is the epitome of ineptness and incompetence and just downright absolute deflection. And they're obviously groveling for things that don't exist.
Gomez also denied his allegations are retribution for opposition criticism or an attempt to shift attention from other government conflicts. Reporting for NB12, I'm Simone Davis.
There's still no telling whether or not Prime Minister Perry Christie will seek another term in office, but Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Bradley Roberts today announced that at the party's convention November 1st to the 7th, all positions will be up for election, including his. When asked whether he would seek re-election as party chairman, Roberts said he's still considering.
As I said earlier, all positions in the party, all offices will be declared vacant. The Prime Minister and anybody else who is interested in nominating will nominate at that time. I was also asked, what about myself? I will make a decision in due course whether I will seek renomination.
The party's last convention was in 2009, and nominations for this year's, according to Roberts, will be closed on the first day. So far, Roberts said there have been quite a few young, brilliant minds expressing interest for different positions. When asked whether those who may have gone rogue from the PLP will be welcomed back to run, one PLP supporter shouted, "Never." Golden Gate's MP Shane Gibson, who is the chairman of the convention committee, then came behind and explained the party's position.
There's a huge tent. To be a huge tent. The Prime Minister always says it's a revolving door, you know. Persons go out, persons come in, so, you know, we welcome anything.
As for whether he will be seeking a top post.
Oh, no. I'm not offering for any position. I'm quite happy where I am right now. My focus now is trying to see how I could continue to do the work that I'm doing in my ministry. But I have absolutely no interest in moving away from where I am right now.
Another standoff between police and a suspect has ended in the suspect's death. The latest police-involved shooting took place last night after authorities claim the man pointed his weapon at officers. We're told police were called to the Providence Avenue area near Infant View Road just after 10, where reports suggest a group of young men was holding firearms in front of a home.
What we can tell you, preliminary reports are that around shortly after 10 p.m. tonight, police received a report that a group of men were assembled at a home, in front of a home on Providence Avenue and Infant View Road. Police quickly got into action, dispatched some officers to the scene. Upon arrival at this area, the police officers saw a group of men and they began to disperse from the area. One of the men pointed a firearm, a handgun, at the police. As a result, police, in fear of their life, returned fire, fatally shooting the man.
Now, police say this case has already been handed over to Her Majesty's Coroner Janine Weech Gomez, who visited the scene of the shooting last night. This is the 5th suspect shot and killed by police in over a week. Assistant Commissioner of Police Stephen Dean defended officers' efforts to get dangerous criminals off the streets, saying times have changed and more will be done to protect officers and the public.